Yeah, the Biden administration is just a bunch of losers, honestly, Rita. And many people are starting to realize that when you see, especially Democrats in some of these cities, such as New York and Chicago, that are starting to complain by something they actually voted in, we know it's a real problem. And I said earlier today, these illegal immigrants are like when Robin Harris said there were Bebe kids, the kids that were out of control and out of hand. They don't die, they multiply. That's what's happening here in America. They're just multiplying, and our economy is not going to be able to stand. They're coming in, they're getting free resources, and it's just not fair when we still have homeless people littering the streets.
Well, yeah, we are seeing those mayors, those Democrat mayors who even ran on a platform of "We Are Sanctuary City Mayors," saying that this is destroying their cities. We saw that in New York. And staying with the Biden border disaster, the Daily Mail reports the great lengths migrants are going to in order to illegally come into the United States via that southern border. It's not just Central and South Americans flooding in. A new smuggling route known as the Biden Express is enabling young African migrants to journey from places like Istanbul to Colombia on their way to the US. Migrants on this route told the Mail the current Biden administration's policies offer them a better chance of starting a new life in the US. Shemeka, you can understand why these people are coming in. They are what you would call economic migrants. They do want a better life, but a country that doesn't have control of its borders, well, really, it's not a country, is it?
No, it's not. And we couldn't do this coming into other countries. They would have some type of protocol. And it just really frustrates me because they've been pushing the story that this is women and children coming in. But with everyone that I talk to, they say they are military age men. So why are these men coming here? If you are real men, stay in the country you're in. You want a better life, build that country. But to come here illegally is just the wrong thing to do. You're already showing that you lack integrity and that you lack the ability to follow rules when you do stuff the wrong way. So we don't even need these type of people coming in en masse because you don't follow rules as it is.
Well, these are incentives being placed before these migrants. Like you said, if you're being brought in, you're being put up in a hotel, you're being given resources, and you come from an impoverished country, you can understand why they feel like there's an incentive to do that. So the pull factor there is quite strong, and this is why you need sound border protection policies. And the stats just really illustrate this. Border encounters have almost quadrupled under the Biden administration. There were around 51,000, just under 51,000 per month under Trump. Now there are over 194,000 a month under Biden. That's an average. Now, Shemeka, let's talk about Florida Governor Ron DeSantis, who recently delivered a very, very interesting takedown of Bill Maher, who was going on and on about how he couldn't possibly forgive Ron DeSantis for being an election denier or for backing election deniers. And Ron DeSantis had this very sharp comeback. Let's have a listen.
But you campaigned for election deniers in 2022. This I do not forgive.
Well,
to quote The Godfather. I mean, Carrie Lake, who said Biden's an illegitimate president, Trump didn't.
Well, now she's attacking me, so maybe I did make a mistake there, because she's out there saying she's trying to say that we mandated vax in Florida when we did the opposite. We protected people even from private mandates. So that may have been.
But Trump lost the election, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So why did you campaign for people who?
Because I wanted to see Republicans win key races. I think it's important.
That's not a deal breaker issue for you. That's not democracy.
Well, okay. Well, let's go back to 2016. Your friends in Hollywood were cutting ads telling the Electoral College to vote against Trump in the Electoral College because it was stolen. They said Russia stole the election. For years they said that. So don't act like this is like a unique thing in modern history of the country.
I've got to say, Ron DeSantis is just superb when under attack. He never seems flustered.
You know, I think he does a good job with communication. I actually was a little bit disappointed, honestly, Rita, because I felt like it was weak. You know, if you really thought that there was some type of discrepancies with the 2020 election, I think it's okay to say that and stand by whatever you said or believed then. You don't have to switch it up now that you're having your feet held to the fire. So I would have liked for DeSantis to actually say, I thought Kari Lake would make a great governor of Arizona, opposed to backtracking a little bit because Bill was putting the heat on him. I saw another clip where Bill told him, let's be honest, Ron, if you were doing well in the polls, you wouldn't be here. And I think that that is absolutely true. If he was doing as well as he wished he was, he wouldn't have to do some of these shows. But I don't like the flip-flopping. Even if you feel like you made a mistake, I think you should say, you know, I do believe there was some sort of discrepancies in the 2020 election. If you said it, stand by it, because either you were lying then or you're lying now.
Well, he's coming second in the race to Donald Trump, and he's the one man I want to ask you about next. He's delivered a savage take on pop star Taylor Swift's latest romance with Chiefs tight end Travis Kelce. The media frenzy surrounding this developing relationship is intense, Shemeka. We've had Taylor Swift attend another Chiefs game, this time with a bunch of her Hollywood mates, including Hugh Jackman. Now, this quote from Trump is just classic Trump. He said, I wish the best for both of them. I hope they enjoy their life, maybe together, maybe not. Most likely not. That's been interpreted as rather harsh, but Shemeka, I think he's probably going to be on the money there.
For sure, because I think it's just a ploy, you know, to actually push liberalism or push left-leaning policies. Kelce is also now pushing the vaccine. He's pushing a card with one of the credit people here in America, Experian. And so it, to me, is just all orchestrated to keep us focused on ridiculousness opposed to the issues that we need to honestly be paying attention to, such as illegal immigration, such as these high gas prices or high grocery prices, the way that Americans are struggling every day because of the shambles, if you ask me, that the economy is in. Although Biden keeps telling us this is the great economy and we're doing well, my grocery bill says otherwise. So I think when they get us focused on these celebrities that really have nothing to offer us, who have nothing in common with us, then we don't pay as much of attention as we should to the things that matter, which is actually living a decent life and being able to take care of ourselves and our children. So I think it's a plan. I don't think that they'll be together long, you know, past the football season. It's a distraction, and it's doing exactly what it's supposed to do: distract people from the real issues.
Now, I get everything you said about it being a distraction and the media just going nuts with it. We're discussing it here. But are you saying you don't even believe this relationship is legitimate? It's some sort of a publicity stunt? Because, I mean, that can't be true, surely.
Yeah, I think it's a publicity stunt. You know, Travis hasn't even been interested in these type of women, and Taylor bounces from man to man, and she's so left-leaning. She doesn't want a man that's actually going to tell her what to do. She is a left-leaning feminist, and so I just don't think she's going to be here long. She's been unmarried for so long, something must be wrong with her. So yes, I do think that this is a publicity stunt and that it won't last long at all. I just don't see it happening.
Shemeka, no, I'm sure it's real love. It may be temporary love, but surely it's real. Shemeka Michelle, thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Rita.